Our spring has come at last, with the soft laughter of April suns and shadow of April showers. The sun was warm, but the wind was chill. You know how it is with an April day. When the sun is out and the wind is still, you're 1 month on in the middle of May. The April rains are busy here on the mountain, transforming the plain ground into a beautiful flower-filled terrain. We've had many rainy, chilly mornings, and we've also had lots of sunny, warm afternoons. And April's a little bit like that here. We get some of the subtle notes of winter left behind, and we also get warm afternoons in the sun. Hey, crazy girl. That is what a broody chicken looks like. I just had to wrestle these beautiful eggs away from her. This is Lizzie, she's an Easter egger, and this is one of the black copper marins. It is such a beautiful night. I got some plants today because my local garden center had some 50% off plants. And I'm not saying a new plant fixes everything. I'm just saying it doesn't hurt. And I think tomorrow's hair washing day, so I gotta get my hair oil in. I know we're not gonna stay here forever, but one of my favorite things is being in a space and just making it 1% better than it was the year before. There's something just so nourishing to the soul about beautifying the space that you're in. Part of intentional living is when we walk into spaces, we beautify them with the things that we say and the way that we treat people, the way that we take care of things and steward them, and the way that we leave spaces. And I think it's a good goal to leave the spaces you're in the world a little bit more of a beautiful place. Went back to the garden center and I grabbed a matching coral bell because they were half off, and I realized, why did I not get the matching one? I went back and I redeemed myself, so I'm going to put 2 of the matching coral bells under the chicken coop. out here really late last night trying to fix the front of this chicken fence. I had to start doing it as the sun was setting when the chickens were going to bed so that they didn't escape and run amok. So I have to finish fixing that today. It's so beautiful today. But I'm still recovering from being up the whole night. A couple nights ago, my friend had her third baby and I was her pregnancy and birth. Oh my goodness. Can a girl do her YouTube video? Have been her pregnancy birth doula for her first two babies, and I was her pregnancy and birth doula for her third baby, her second boy. Healthy boy. She's doing great, but I was up the whole night, so I'm still catching up from that. You know, I hit record. No gratitude. I just fed them, I just gave them treats. This is what I get. Okay, get that watered. By the way, this is one of the best gardening tools. Even if you're just doing a potted garden, this has this on the side that I use to saw through things. It has a pointy end to get into soil that's not ideal. It's good for digging, it's good for planting, it's good for potting, and it has a little measurement thing on the front so you know how deep down you are into the soil for bulbs. And it comes in a leather case. This has been one of my favorite garden tools, so I'll link one for you below. Come on. I had a few people ask about soil amendment and what exactly that was, and so I can give you the really simple version, which is basically that not all soils and grounds are good for growing all things. There are a lot of soils that are challenging to grow things in. For example, most of our ground is clay soil with rocks. And so over the past however many years since we've been here, I have had to amend or alter or add to the soil in order to make it more suitable to grow more things. There are ways that you can get around having poor soil, like doing raised beds or doing potted gardens, which is great. But a lot of organic things like logs and sticks that are rotting and breaking down makes for a great natural mulch. Things like leaves, compost. The chickens are wonderful. I know not everyone has chickens, but chicken compost is fantastic for growing. So you basically keep adding nutrient density to that soil until it becomes a much more prime location for growing. And then you go from having hard clay soil to this beautiful stuff here. And one of the best indicators that your soil is getting healthier or that your soil is going to grow the things is when you start finding earthworms. These lights just got are super pretty. 100 feet. I will link them for you. Good morning. I went to edit footage last night. I had sat down outside, I had chatted with you a little bit, and I went to edit the footage and I realized that somebody across the street was using the world's largest chainsaw. No, you are not about to start using power tools. No. And the footage was not usable. So it's okay. We are going to carry on today. I'm also feeling it in my back, the outside work, and also being in all the weird positions at my friend's birth. I'm going to sit really quick and use my infrared panel. I was sent an infrared panel to try out from the company Prungo. And I have really enjoyed infrared. I think I want to get some more infrared products. And sometimes I'll use it at night on an area where I'm having pain, and then in the next morning I can definitely tell a difference. So I'm gonna do that for just 10 minutes here before we get our day started. I also really like the effect this has had on my skin, and this was helpful when we had a lot of days where it was cloudy or rainy, or at the end of winter when I was feeling a little bit blah. Just having this extra red light was really helpful. So whatever it's doing, I like it. It's a good time to go over my memory scriptures. I'm trying to memorize the whole creation account right now from the beginning of Genesis. So just these 10 minutes is a good time for me to go over that in my head instead of thinking of all the things I have to do and getting overwhelmed and voiding out the entire purpose of relaxing. So that's what I'm gonna do. Voila. It is feeling like it's gonna rain today. So I'm really glad that I got this work done the last couple of days. And I was able to film a Tea with Lee sit down yesterday, episode 3, for our members block here on YouTube and also for Patreon. I shared part 1 of just some details about my testimony and my past. And I shared some things that I haven't really shared before. So that was interesting. It was a mix of therapeutic and it was hard. It's always a little bit challenging and hard for me to talk about my past. I'm actually glad it's gonna rain on and off for a couple days because it helps me with watering the ground cover. And you know, we need the April showers to bring all the Mayflowers. Butter is my love language. O God, you are my God. Early I will seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. So I have looked for you in the sanctuary to see your power and your glory. Because your loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise you. Thus I will bless you while I live. I will lift up my hands in your name. Is Daddy back? Daddy's back. I'm just filming. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. They're so pretty. They're huge.
I know.
Yes, I love them.
Big bunches.
Thank you, darling. They're beautiful. I can't believe James and I are going to have our 10th year wedding anniversary this year. Crazy. Friends, thank you so much as always for choosing to come back to our little house on the mountain. Everything from today's video will be linked for you in the description box and pinned in the comments below. We appreciate you so much. And Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you, precious souls, right here on the next one. Bye, friends.